Hi students, today our topic is searching algorithm. So in the previous video and all we have seen about the introduction of arrays. So how we can perform an array, how we can declare an array, how we can initialize the array, what are the basic operations we can do with the help of array. So this searching algorithm, searching process is also a continuing of array logic only. So searching is nothing but it is a process of finding a particular element in a given list. So we are going to find one element. How we will do treasure hunt? No. The same way only searching is a process of finding a one element in the given list. So the given list, obviously that array group of list will be stored in one kind of arrays. So among the array elements we are going to find one element with its corresponding location, in which location that element is found, like that. So we are going to do some searching. So this is called as searching. So searching algorithm, what are the basics inputs required before going for the searching, and what are the output we finally possible output will get in the searching means. First we will say about the inputs. So if you are going to perform one searching means, what are the things we need to have? First we need to have one array containing the list. So that is nothing but group of elements. The elements are stored in one array, right? Then before that we have to know the length of that array. So how many elements that array is containing. So that is called as length of the array. Then which item we are going to find in among the arrays. So which item we are going to search. So these three are the prerequisites before going for the searching process. Okay. So now we got the three inputs. Then we are going to we are performing some searching according to some logic we are following. So according to that logic we are performing we have performed searching. Then what may be the results? What we get? Either we will get success result or failure result. That means that if the item is found in that list, we will get success result, or else we will get failure result. So these two are the possibilities in searching algorithm. So we are not going to get any big task in that. Just if the item is found, we tell that the searching is success. So that corresponding element is in the location, is in this location. Say for example, it is if that item is found in the third element, so found as third element, like that we are going to give the result. So these two are the output cases. So how we can perform one searching? Say for example, here in the PPT I have given some list. So it starts from 35. It starts from the 0th location to till the end. So my first item is 35, 12, 27, 18, 47, 16, 38, like that. That elements are stored. Right. Now we got the list, and at the end we may avoid the length of the list also. Then my task is I am going to find the number called 27. Whether this 27 is found in that list or else not. So this is my task. So how we can find, how we can do searching? Obviously our mentality will start from the first element. So you will go with comparing the element of first element. So my searching element is 27. My first element is 37. So it's not matching. So I will go with the second elements for next comparison. Now my next element is 12 and my searching element is 27. It's not equal. So I will go with the third element. So third element is 27. My searching element is also 27. So at the third loop I found the searching element. So that searching is success. So at the third location I found the searching element. So my searching is successful. Like that I will report. Okay. So for example, my searching element is 42. In that case, what you will do? Again you will go and start with the searching with the first element. So my first element is 37. It's not matching. The second element is also 12, will not match. So 27 is the third element. It's not match with the searching element 42. Likewise it go on continuing till the end of the list. Until the end of the list you don't get a searching element. So that case is called as failure case. At the last what you will display, that element which we are going to search is not found in the list. So the searching is failure. Like that you will reply. So obviously in the searching you will get two possible outputs, whether the success is the search is success or else failure. So this is the two possibility obviously we get in any kind of searching algorithms, right? Now in this video, in this concept, we are going to see about two searching algorithm, two popular searching algorithm we are going to do, and we are going to implement those two searching algorithm in C language. Okay, so what are the searching algorithm I have taken means, first searching concept is binary search, then second one is linear search. Okay, so first we will see the binary search algorithm. So binary search algorithm is implemented with the basic concept of binary tree. How the elements will be stored in the binary tree? No, in that basic only it will be stored. This binary search algorithm has developed. Then it follows the concept called as divide and conquer. So why we are calling this one as divide and conquer means, obviously in this binary search it will divide the entire list into two halves. Okay, so it will, if you say for example, I will give in the next slide. So this is my input elements. How many elements are there? So 7 elements are there. So starting from A of 0 to A of 6, I have given 7 elements. So what will happen in the binary search? No. So this binary search will divide the entire list of elements into two halves. How it will divide? By finding the middle position. By finding the first task of binary search is, first it will find the middle element of that array. Say for example, in this example I have given 7 elements, but starting from the location to 0 to 6. So before going to find the middle, first it will assign the low point and high point. That is the first and foremost part. So before going to find the middle element, it will fix the low point and high point. How it will fix the low point and high point means, the first element is denoted as low point. The location, not element, the location. Obviously in array the 0 is the first allocation. So obviously the low value for initial stage, before going to start the binary search, the low value will be 0. Then high value is equal to n minus 1. Say for example 7 elements are there, but it starts from 0th location to till the end. No. So here 7 minus 1, 6 is my high point. Okay. So likewise it will fix low and high before going to start the logic. Then after fixing the low and high point, then it will go and find the middle value. How it will find the middle value means, we have one formula. That means in the right side I have written mid equal to low plus high divided by 2. According to this case, what is the low value? 0. And then what is the high value? 6. So 0 plus 6 divided by 3 divided by 2, you will get 3 as an answer. So here mid value equal to 3. So A of 3 denoting to the point 12. So what is the data stored in A of 3 means 12. So likewise it will first divide the entire list into two halves. This low to mid node, starting from low midpoint to midpoint will be considered as left half. And then starting from mid part to high part is considered as right half. So likewise it will divide the entire array into two halves. Then what happens? What happens means, first after finding the middle value, then it will divide the two halves. Then the searching will go on, depends upon the searching element. Say for example, here my searching element is 15. I am going to find the 15 is present in this element or not, present in this array or not. Right. So this is the key element which I am going to search. First what will happen? No, it will compare the searching element with A of mid. What is the A of mid here? 12. So 12 is compared with 15. If it is that the searching element is greater than the mid, means it go and search the right part, because the searching element, because why I have going for searching element means, this binary search is only applicable for sorted list of elements. That is what this searching element is. Searching binary search will be possible. So if the list of element are sorted only, you can apply binary search. That is the biggest disadvantage is in binary search. But anyhow, it is efficient than other searching algorithm. So here, according to this case, I have given the sorted elements only. So coming to our point, this after finding the mid, so it will compare the searching values with A of mid. Here A of mid is 12. Then my searching element is 15. So here 15 is greater than A of mid. Then obviously what happened? It will go and search the rightmost part. So rightmost part, at the time of rightmost part, what will happen? No, again it will initialize this low value is equal to A of mid, because it should traverse throughout the rightmost part. It should traverse throughout the rightmost part. It will not consider about the low part, because what according to my case, those elements are shorter. So obviously my searching element will be present at the rightmost part. So no need to worry about the low part, leftmost part. So that in that case, what will happen? No, this low value is reinitialized. So at that case, the low value will be A of mid. High will retain the same, because we are focusing on the rightmost only, no? So high will not change. So in that case, low value only will be reinitialized. So low is equal to mid will happen. Then it will again find the mid. What happens? Now the low value is equal to 3. Then high is equal to 6. What happens means 3 plus 6 divided by 2. 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. 9 divided by 4 equal to 4.5. So A of 5. If you take, obviously A of 5 will be the mid. So after that, what will happen? No. So mid value equal to A of 5. What is the A of 5? What is the value stored in A of 5? 20. Now in the comparison will go. So here 20 is greater than 15. So what happens? That searching element should be in the leftmost part. So at that time, what will happen? A of mid equal to 20. My searching element is 15. So it is my searching element is lesser than A of mid, means at that case this leftmost part should happen. When you are going to traverse the leftmost part, high value should be initialized. So high value should be reinitialized. At that time, what I have no. So high equal to A of mid. So this traverse will happen between A of 3 and A of 5. Okay. Again this process will continue. We will find the mid value. At that time, in one case, A of mid will be equal to search value. So at that case, if the A of mid is equal to search means, that means that we are in the end of searching success. So at that case, what happens? No, in that binary search process is successful. So successfully we found the element at the location of that element, that mid location. So finally we will report that success case. If it is not at all present means, we go for the else part. Okay. So in that way, this binary search will work out. Right. Now we are going to write the program. So this is the your laboratory program also. Here I have taken care of integers. So what happens in this first program means, yes, for the programming I will explain in the next video.